Shazam 2 Fury of the Gods. Is it better than the first? Let's check it out. Shazam! Hello and welcome to another video here at Movie Mash, and today I'm going to talk about Shazam 2 Fury of the Gods. But before I carry on, please hit the like and subscribe button just there below you. Thanks. So Shazam 2 Fury of the Gods, starring Zacharylevi, Helenmirren and Lucyliu. So quick synopsis. So Shazam, after the second one now, has a new family of superheroes. You could call him Shazamly.
You're a funny guy.
Funny how?
It's just, you're just funny.
So Shazam with his new family, he's trying to take control. They're a disorganized superhero bunch. He can't keep control. He can't keep control of all of them. But in the meantime, we've got Helenmirren and Lucyliu, two sisters, who show up looking for a staff because they're the sisters of Coronis, and bad things happen, and because of reasons, and they revenge, and they hate humans, and generic stuff, you know. So I was looking forward to seeing the original when it first came out, and you know what, I thought it was okay. I didn't love it. I thought it was all right. You know, it had its moments. The thing is that the problems that I didn't like in the first one, what put me off, is part of the things that I did like on this one, which was the family, because I thought you got too many Shazams. It gets rid of his uniqueness, and now it's like anyone could be Shazam when anyone wants to be, and I was like, it just kind of killed it. But on this, it was part of what I liked. It actually worked. It was like his own little Justice League. But what I was going to say is that what worried me about this film, before I get to what I liked and what I didn't, what worried me about this film before it was coming out is there was zero buzz. In fact, a lot of people still don't know that it was coming out today, and there was zero buzz, and it seemed to be shoehorned or shoved in between two big films like Scream last week, and next week we got the big film of March is John Wick 4. So I was a bit concerned about it. There's no buzz, and it's just, what, are they just throwing it out? Has they got no faith in it? Well, let me tell you, I think it is generic good fun. That's the best way I can say it. It is very generic, but it's also fun. Did I enjoy it more than the first one? About the same. I will say about the same. I liked it enough. I thought it was alright, but there's ups and downs of it, so let's just jump into the positives. So first of all, positive, and this is just on a side note, I thought the suit on the first one looked like it was nothing but pure padding. Yeah, I didn't think they did a good job on Zacharylevi padding. Maybe he's too skinny, I don't know. But I saw a film, because I don't know him that well as an actor, but I saw a film there recently, and I noticed he's quite big, he's kind of hinged, so I was like, okay. Now looking on this one, the suit is different. Now, I don't know if it's padding or not, or is he beefed up? And because I don't know is also a good thing, means that either if it is padding, they've done a good job, or if it isn't, he's beefed up. But one way or the other, he looked alright. It didn't look that as bad as the first one. It just looked ridiculous. It looked like something you could buy with a muscle suit, and that was it in the first one. So yeah, I like that. So second of all, what I liked was Jack Dylan as Grazer. Well, it was nearly, you could say it was nearly his film as much as it was Shazam's, because he was the emotional side of this film. He gave all the emotion, and yeah, you could say it was part of it. I think he did a really good job when it comes to it. There was a balance between quirky, silly, and emotional, and I think he did a good job with it the most part. So yeah, I liked that part of it, so that was good. Now, the kids that are grown up, they're all, surprisingly, I enjoyed all their characters. There wasn't enough character development, but you have a film with too much going on, and unless it's a 3-hour film, you're not going to get that much more. But what I did, as I said, what I didn't like in the first, I actually enjoyed more in this. I liked them all together. It was like a little Justice League. They're all fighting. They didn't like this. They're all not getting on. They're acting like teenagers. So that was a good thing. Now, when I say, like, when I go, I don't know if it's mixed, but as I say, like, in general, I had a good time. But let's just jump into the negatives now. Alright, so I don't think it's anyone's fault, and I'm not going to blame Zacharylevi for this. But I will say that, and I think you're going to hear a lot of this in a lot of different reviews, or people saying this is just the transition in the first one between him and Billy Batts didn't seem like it was Billy Batts. He just was too too hyper, too kiddie. He was like he was trying to be a kid too much, and he come across like a 10-year-old rather than a teenager. Now on this, Billy Batts is 17 years old and nearly 18. Now I know he's still a kid and he still acts like a kid, but I still feel Zachary Levi was still playing that like 14-year-old or hyper. When you do see Billy Batts, by the way, he's not in it a lot. I mean, Billy Batts, he's not in it a lot. In fact, they seem to be in their adult characters quite a lot on this, so don't get put off by it. But I'm just saying is that I found that the transition between, yeah, it didn't feel like him. But you know what? I don't think it's all Zachary Levi. I think he did a perfect job. It's just he had to do his best to making himself look like a kid, and he's got to read the script and do the acting. So I actually think he's quite good in general. So Helen Mirren and Lucyliu were the sisters, right? Well, the problem is that I like both of them as actresses. Helen Mirren, obviously, she's from Britain, and Lucyliu, she's hot, and I always liked her. But the thing is that they didn't add anything to this. They could have been anyone. They were generic as hell. They were just so generic, it was unbelievable. They were just like shoehorn bad guys. If you even got the reason why they were bad guys, if they were villains for the sake of villains, we need villains in this movie. So let's just get, I tell you what, let's just get Helen Mirren and Lucyliu because they're good actors or they're high profile, and just shoehorn them in for reasons. There was no real big reason. If you come out at the end of this film knowing exactly why they were villains, then good to you, because me, it was just because. But I will say that I'm glad to see them in it, and there was a good few scenes between Shazam and Helen Mirren, which I liked the talking, but you know, in general, it didn't matter if they were there or not. The CGI, look, we as an audience with DC and Marvel, we expect a level of excellency, you know. Now, we know when we're going in to see a normal generic action movie, we'll expect the CGI to be okay, and we'll accept that. With stuff like this, we're expecting the best. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes it was good, and then sometimes it was bad. Sometimes it was just like, I don't know, it was just like, really, what, 2023 and we superhero movie DC, and this is what we're getting? But you know what, it didn't bother me overly. I just thought, to me now, today, we would expect a bit better. Not all of it was bad, but just some parts would stand out, and it felt like, yeah, you're not really there. That's a screen. You can just tell, and it's not the actor's fault. It's just the way it is, and yeah, it wasn't great for the best part anyway. Now, I'm gonna say that this film, if you got kids, and the kids love the superhero movies, then this is for young kids. Bring them to this. I'm sure they'll love it. Like when you bring a kid to see, we'll say, Man of Steel or the recent Batman, it could be a bit long, a bit dark, a bit boring, maybe a bit violent in parts, but I would say like this is more kiddie. This has got a little bit more of a light-hearted feel than any of the other DCEU movies, which is still kind of, well, technically is connected because of, well, you know who's the cameo in it. But as I said, like, I feel it is a kiddie movie with some little elements of adult humour in it, which kids may not get, and I'm not sure if that would be the perfect thing for them to see, which is a bit weird. But in general, it's not a bad movie. I thought it was all right. Look, I probably would watch it again. The emotional parts were good. I thought Zachary Levi, he did the best he could, and I liked him enough. I thought all the adult kids, all the what I liked about them, what I didn't like about the last. So yeah, it was good. It's not the greatest film. It's not the greatest DCEU movie. It ain't the greatest. But I tell you what, it's a generic movie that you'll expect all the tropes and everything to happen. But the thing is that it is generic, but a good time. Now, sorry, my voice is going because I'm not feeling so. I had a big bad flu there recently. So yeah, look, go and check it out. If you like it, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't, let me know anyway, yeah? I want to know what you thought. But before I go, like and subscribe. But for now, and until next time,